Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again to the NMNTS hunt for the championship here in the the Monday Night Thunder Series. We have the Larson Remodeling 250 kicking off tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at Taladega Super Speedway. We are in race 3 of the hunt. Moving on to round 2, we'll have 6 drivers that'll move on to round 2. So far, Tyler Justice is the only driver locked in. Right now, I'm going to be grabbing Spence Thompson, currently third in the points, bringing him in and see if I can't catch up with him on pit road. Spence Thompson, you got your ears on.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Spence, how you doing? You're currently running third in the points so far tonight. We got a big race here at Talladega. What are your goals and what are your plans for this evening?
Well, mainly the plan is, man, to kind of do what a certain driver did yesterday in the actual race, man. We're going to try to avoid the wrecks today. We're going to try to keep the car out of trouble. We feel we got a good American Revolutionary Clothing Chevrolet tonight. We feel like we can go out there and hopefully coming out of here with a solid finish tonight, man. That's our main goal, is to, maintain and be able to move on to this next round of the hunt, because last year we were able to kind of rest easy a little bit. We were able to pick up that first hunt win at New Hampshire, and comes down to making sure that we're able to come out here, like I said, with a solid finish and be able to move on to that next round to make that championship.
That's awesome, buddy. It looks like you got a pretty good team of guys running with you out there tonight. I think that's what it's going to take to find victory lane and a solid finish tonight. But like you say, a win locks you in, but you know what? I'm sure the goal is to make sure you finish at a minimum in the top 6 of those points so we can get you moving on to the next round of the hunt.
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, that's going to be, like I said, that's going to be the main objective tonight, man. Like I said, just keep the car out of trouble, and if we can get up there and contend for a win, we'd absolutely like to, for sure, and that would be able to lock us in too. But yeah, like I said, I mean, just can't say for enough of all these guys on this WFO American Revolutionary Clothing Chevrolet, man. They work their guts out week in and week out, and feel like we bought a good piece here tonight. Didn't really run really well in practice here. We kind of have a little bit of trouble sucking up to the back of another truck, but I got all the confidence in the world in these guys that we can be able to go out there and have a good solid run, and hopefully can we bring home this victory.
All right, sounds good. We wish you the best of luck. I'm going to run down pit road here and see if I can't catch up with anybody else. Good luck tonight, Spence. We're looking forward to watching you run.
Thanks a lot, guys. Hope to see you in victory lane.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was currently our third place points rider, Spence Thompson. Looks like I'm going to try to run down pit road here and see if I can't pick up anybody else. Let's see if we can talk to them quick. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been able to catch up with the namesake of tonight. We got the Larson Remodeling 250 here at Talladega. Also in the chase for the hunt tonight, the 00, Gordon Larson Jr. Gordon, welcome to the booth. What do you see going on out there tonight? What are your plans?
Well, hopefully we're going to have a nice green flag race. Probably be a big one at the end, but just try to stay out of it. And we got our HRL Motorsports. I think we're just going to try to stay as a team and ride this thing out to the end and see if we can push one of us to the win.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be an exciting race tonight. We're looking forward to watching you guys all tonight in HRL. So hopefully one of you guys can come out the winner. That being said, a big happy birthday to you, my brother, and have a great evening. And we'll look forward to catching up with you a little bit later.
All right, I appreciate it, and we got No Breaks TV on the trucks also tonight. So tell the viewers to look out for that too.
Sounds good. We sure will. Appreciate you joining us. I'm going to try and catch up with a couple other guys.
Thank y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Gordon Larson Jr., our key sponsor for tonight in the Larson Remodeling 250 here at Taladega Speedway. I'm going to try and catch up with a couple other of these drivers, see if I can't pick them up on pit road. Give me one moment. Ladies and gentlemen, running down pit road, I've been able to catch up with the number 19 SimSpec PC Tower driver of Mike Bruno. Mike, currently running, looks like you're currently running 5th in points tonight, kind of on the bubble, but we got a big night here at the Larson Remodeling 250 here at Taladega. What are your plans to get out in front?
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, I've had a couple of bad races, bad circumstances. Things just haven't gone my way, but that's racing, you know. Just gotta roll the punches and keep on moving. Not really sure what my plan is for tonight. Just kind of survive, just like everybody else. And you know, I'd love to come out of here with a win, be locked in, guaranteed. But just to be going on to the next round is really all I'm looking for.
Yeah, definitely a race for you that you've got to finish well in, or you could risk not making it to the next round. So I'm looking forward to watching you run tonight. I know that you and your teammate Tyler have always been pretty good, but one thing about you two running together tonight, it's going to take more than a two-car team, don't you think?
Yes, absolutely. We're probably going to get the whole MR Motorsports crew together and see if we can hang out and work our way to the front when the time is right, and hopefully keep one of us up there and bring this win home.
Yeah, definitely good idea. Go after it. Looking forward to watching you guys run tonight. Good luck to the whole MR Motorsports crew, and we're looking forward to getting this race underway, and we'll have a good time watching you.
Thank you, bud. I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mike Bruno from the 19 SimSpec PC Tower car. I'm going to go try and catch up with another driver here. Maybe I can catch up with him. He happens to be the number 85 of Zach Lindgren, currently number 2 in the points. So I'll be right back with you here momentarily. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been able to run down pit road, catch up with the number 85 of Zach Lindgren. Another member out here tonight running for the chase. Zach, you're currently 2nd in the points, so you got a pretty decent little bit of a opportunity to get in. You're only lead.
Of racing happening. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast at this track. I mean, it's just Taladega. You got to race aggressive or you're not going to win. I expect to see some of the other hunt drivers that are right on that cut line to probably be aggressive as they can to try to earn every point that they can. Me personally, I'm just going to fall to the back a little bit, stay at the back of the main pack, and just kind of ride there pretty much all race. Try to dodge the wrecks as they happen. I mean, it's Taladega. They're going to happen, so I'm just going to try to stay there, try to keep my truck clean, clean enough for me to finish the race. If I get a top 10, top 5 out of it, I'll be all right. But a win going into the next round will give us some momentum, and that's kind of what we need right now. We need some momentum. We need some wins. We need to start popping them off. If not, then other drivers are going to start running away with it. So to keep us close, we just need to stay consistent. We've been running really good in the trucks with 2 top 5s the last 2 races. So that's just the goal right now, man, just to finish the race, keep the truck intact, and have good momentum going into the next round if we make it.
Sounds good. Hope you have a lot of fun tonight. Not a bigger race out here right now so far in the NMNTS Monday Night Thunder Series in the trucks. It's going to be a tough one, and a lot of these guys are going to have to race their butts off, so the big one could cause some guys to possibly not make it into the next round. With that being said, Zach, want to wish you the best of luck. Hopefully we're talking to you at the end of the race and finishing on the podium.
Yeah, I hope so. I thank you guys for doing what you do, and we'll talk to you guys at the end of the race.
All right, good luck. Have some fun out there.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our second place points leader, Zach Lindgren. I'm going to try to run down pit road one more time to see if I can't catch up with Andrew Cardinale in the number 81. He is currently running fourth in the points. So let me run down pit road quick and I'll see if I can't catch up with him. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been able to catch up with Andrew Cardinale. He's currently running in the number 81 machine. He is currently fourth in points so far listed on the board tonight. Andrew, big race tonight in Taladega for the Larson 250 Larson Remodeling 250 here. Couldn't be much more of an important race in the hunt.
Yeah, this is what it all comes down to, man. I've got jitters right now. This is what it comes down to, even after the last two races at New Hampshire and, sorry, not Chicago, where were we last? Vegas, that one. Even after those, you know, this is what it comes down to right here to get to the next part of the hunt.
Yeah, most definitely. What's going to be your strategy out there? You think you're going to ride around the back, or you're going to try to get to the front as soon as you can?
Well, I'm going to work hopefully with another couple of drivers that we're aligned with, and just try and keep the truck out of trouble. No strategy in particular. Don't really know where we're going to end up. Just want to, you know, employ the old strategy of attrition and get to the end of the race here and not get tore up early.
Yeah, definitely. It's Taladega, so it's one of those tracks that we expect a big one to happen. It's just a matter of when, and hopefully we can avoid it, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be tough because this place fills up real quick when you get wrecks, and there ain't a whole lot of place to go, especially with smaller speedway brakes on here. So it's going to be tough to miss them, but hopefully we give ourselves enough reaction time while we're riding around to just miss anything that comes up, and then at the end put ourselves in a position to, if not go out there and just straight win it, at least finish towards the front.
Yeah, definitely go after it. Take care of your rig tonight. Best of luck, and hopefully we'll be talking to you at the end of the night. Finish on the podium, buddy.
Will do. I'll be looking to put this Speed with Attitude Motorsports Chevy up front.
All right, have a good one. Good luck. Get ready to go qualifying. We will be talking to you soon. Have some fun.
Will do. Thanks, guys.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, as we are getting ready to roll over to a qualifying session right now. We have gotten a chance to speak with all of our drivers, so it looks like some of them out there have a lot of different strategies going on tonight. One thing we do know is it's going to take more than a two-car team to get around this track and be successful. That being said, we are at Taladega Super Speedway, 2.66 miles, 4 turns with the tri-oval. It's going to be a lot of side-by-side drafting going on tonight. A lot of close cars running back and forth next to each other from the front to the back. So we are looking forward to some exciting racing tonight as we are getting ready to kick off qualifying here. Looks like right now our first qualifier called to staging is going to be the 90 of Robbie Buckner and the 35 of Sawyer Ott. Ladies and gentlemen, our first car out there looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy, Robbie Buckner, in the number 90 BA Graphics Chevy Silverado. He will be making his way around this long 2.66 mile track. First for his warm-up and then running as fast as he can for a second for his qualifying lap, ladies and gentlemen. And Robbie Buckner in the number 90 Pillsbury Doughboy Chevy Silverado with BA Graphics drops her down into turn 1 right around the bottom. These boys are going to get just one full lap to qualify this evening, ladies and gentlemen, and that will be their best time for the night. Also on the track, just coming across, taking his green flag lap, is the number 35 of Sawyer. He is running the King of Beers Budweiser Chevy Silverado. And we have Robbie Buckner in the 90 Silverado coming out of turn 4 right down to the bottom, hugging the yellow line as he comes through the tri-oval. And his qualifying time will be a 54.223, good enough for quick time right now. Coming around for his on the back stretch, coming into into the front stretch, coming across the start finish line will be number 35, Sawyer in the Budweiser Silverado. His lap qualifying will be good for quick time of 54.096. Right now, rolling out on the track is the number 34 of Ryan Broderick. He will be running the Chevy Silverado. If you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, we got one heck of a large field tonight. Now on the track, getting up to speed. Coming down the front stretch, looking to take his green flag run here at the big Taladega Super Speedway. 34, Ryan Broderick. Ryan's been a pretty solid driver in this series throughout this entire year. Awful lot of fun to watch. He is currently ranked 5th in the points as one of our Hunt drivers. And here we go, Ryan Broderick, 5th place qualifier in the Hunt right now in the points. Come across the start-finish line for his qualifying lap. Ryan Broderick is good enough for second quickest at a 54 with a 203. He will currently finish second on the pole right now. A few other cars to go out there right now. We also have on the track the number 32 of PJ Popham. PJ Popham's running in the Monster Energy Silverado. TN Designs rig, Pacer Popham. Looks like he's going to pull it down off the track. His lap time is going to be a 53.769, good enough for quick time. Now coming on the track, ladies and gentlemen, is the 81 of Andrew Cardinale, the 4th. Running the SWR Motorsport Silverado tonight. He had a pretty, SWA Motorsports. Speed with Attitude Motorsports Silverado for the 81. Coming down the backstretch, building speed as much as he can. Just getting up to about 168 miles per hour coming into turn 3. He'll be coming across the start-finish line here shortly to start his first lap of the race for qualifying. 81 picks up their green flag, crossing start finish line at 175 miles an hour, dropping into turn 1 right on the bottom around the yellow line. Holding that 175 mile an hour speed throughout the entire corner. As he come off exit, he should be able to pick it up to 176. Might be able to get it as high as 178 coming down the backstretch, ladies and gentlemen. And he does get it up to 177 heading into turn 3. He's currently holding 176 miles per hour through turn 3 and 4 here at Taladega Super Speedway as he comes towards the tri-oval just past the pit entrance, and he will be taking his green flag start time. The number 81, Andrew Cardinale, will finish with a 54.190. Good enough for third quickest right now. On the track, looks like John Barron in the number 69 Toyota Tundra. He comes across, picks up the start-finish line. He is good enough for second quickest, ladies and gentlemen, with a 53.773. Fantastic lap there by the number 69, John Barron. Terry Mason in the 75 trucks making his way around to the start-finish line. It looks like he's in the Project 9 line, Silverado. His time is good enough for sixth quickest with a 54.204. Now on the track in the American Revolutionary Clothing number 89 Silverado, Spence Thompson. Spence Thompson's currently listed as third in the points in the hunt. So he's looking to have a good night, as well as 5 other drivers out here tonight looking to make it over to the top 6 in the next round starting next week. Following him on the track is also going to be the 85 of Zach Lindgren in the My Little Pony truck. Spence Thompson's out picking up his speed on the backstretch, coming into turn 4, coming across the tri-oval. And he grabs green flag at 177 miles per hour at the start finish. Drops her down and in 177, holding that through the corner. He's got a pretty solid lap going on right now, ladies and gentlemen. He's got something figured out in that 89 Silverado. Spence Thompson's able to hold 178 miles per hour through 3 and 4. As he comes up the exit just a little bit as he drops her back down, 179 miles per hour heading towards the start-finish line in the tri-oval. It's looking to be a pretty good lap for Spence Thompson. We'll see how he ends up. Good enough for third quickest with the 53.784. Just behind him, Zach Lindgren in the number 85 My Little Pony, the movie Chevy Silverado. Zach's currently second in the points, ladies and gentlemen. He comes across and he is going to pick up a starting time of sixth quickest of 54.200. For those of you tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, these qualifying times are all going to be very, very close. There's one big thing to realize when we get out on the track. Starting position is going to be key, so qualifying is very important. That being said, all these guys get out there, start running together side by side. They're going to be able to suck up in these 2 and 3 tenths that some of these guys are off on speed. Won't make a difference because they'll be able to draft right up to the rear bumper of the rest of these boys. Matthew Welsenbach in the 29 was able to pick up fourth quickest with a 53.999. Now on the track, ladies and gentlemen, looks like the number 9 Chevy Silverado of Aiden Young. He'll be followed on the track by the number 24 of Cade McKee. And coming out of turn 4, Aiden Young building speed and more speed in the exit of turn 3 and 4. He'll be diving her down, picking up the start-finish line just past the tri-oval. If you're not familiar with Taladega Motor Speedway, ladies and gentlemen, they get to the start-finish line all the way down past the tri-oval, center of the track where you see it on many other tracks, down towards the end, past the pit road. Aiden Young in the number 9 comes across start-finish line at 175 miles per hour. He's able to pick her up, enters the corner at 176, and he's maintaining 175 through the corner right now, ladies and gentlemen. Also on the track, picking up his green flag start will be the 24 of Cade McKee. Cade McKee out of Texas, running in the Red Bull 24 Silverado. Aiden Young, the number 9, comes out of the exit of turn 4. Pushes it down to the bottom through the tri-oval. He's coming hard as he can at 178 miles an hour down through the tri-oval. He picks up the start-finish, and he will finish with a time good enough for 11th quickest with a 54.304. Two other cars on the track right now, the 24 of Cade McKee as well as the 87 of Ryan Daniels. 24 Cade McKee finishes the 53.9.66, good enough for 4th quickest. Ryan Daniels in the number 87 Chevy Silverado. He comes across all the way down to the apron, picks up a starting time of 54.272. That's good enough. 12th quickest, ladies and gentlemen. Now coming on the track, the fisherman DJ Hargrove running in the Berkeley Tri-Ing Chevy Silverado number 2 truck tonight. Following him on the qualifying lineup looks like the number 84 in the Heineken Silverado, Leroy Giroux. Number 2 of DJ Green Flag, or DJ Hargrove, picks up the green flag at the start-finish line, going 176 miles per hour. Also currently on the track is the 84 of Leroy Giroux, as well as the 00 of Gordon Larson Jr. And we'll see him sporting tonight the Larson Remodeling paint scheme this evening. This is the Larson Remodeling 250 at Taladega Super Speedway. There it is. Gordon Larson taking the green flag. DJ Hargrove coming out of turn 4. He looks like he's going to be coming through the tri-oval, carrying all kinds of speed, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what he's able to do as far as setting up his start time. Comes across the start-finish line after the exit of pit road, and his time is good enough for 6th quickest with a 54.039. Now on board with the 00, Gordon Larson Jr. running the Larson Remodeling 8 Silverado. Right now we got Gordon Larson coming through turn 3 and 4 as he exits turn 4, drops down into the apron. Picking up speed as he comes down at 179 miles an hour through the tri-oval. The Larson Remodeling Chevy Silverado puts up a time of 53.859, good enough for 4th quickest. One heck of a lap right there by Gordon Larson Jr. in the 00. Ladies and gentlemen, now on the track in the 31 Chevy Silverado, Chase Stewart. He's going to be followed on the track by the number 62 of David Heise. Not shortly after that will be the 818 of Derek Robinson. Ladies and gentlemen, taking a look now, David Heise in the number 62 Larson Remodeling Chevy Silverado. Looks like we got a couple of boys out here from HRL Motorsports throwing out the paint schemes for Larson Remodeling for the Taladega race tonight. It is the Larson Remodeling 250, ladies and gentlemen. Go check them out in your local area. It's a little bit of a different paint scheme. David Heise going with the gray version. Gordon Larson Jr. had the white version. Edge 62, David Heise comes by, takes a green flag at 176 miles per hour. See, dives are off into turn 1, holding that speed right now, coming through turn 1, all right on the bottom, ladies and gentlemen, right on that yellow line. He picks up speed. Looks like his max speed getting down the backstretch for the 62. David Heise going into turn 3 will be 177 miles per hour. In the meantime, Chase Stewart in 31 has run a 53.792, good enough for 4th quickest, as David Heise makes his way down to the apron, coming through the tri-oval from pit road to pit exit. And we will pick up the start-finish line at the end of pit road, ladies and gentlemen. 178 at the start-finish line is good enough time for David Heise to be 14th quickest with the 54.206. Derek Robinson in the Los Pollos Hermanos Toyota Tundra in the number 818. Coming by, picking up the checker flag. He is going to finish with the time 8th quickest at 54.033. Ladies and gentlemen, now coming on the track, the number 43 of Craig Lerman. He is running the Larson Remodeling 43 Chevy Silverado for HRL Motorsports. Nice to see those boys there at HRL Motorsports putting out the team paint for the sponsored race tonight by Larson Remodeling. It is the Larson Remodeling 250 here at Taladega Super Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. As Craig Lerman is making his way down the backstretch right up against the wall, trying to pick up as much speed as possible so he can be going as fast as he can at the start-finish line when he starts his green flag lap, ladies and gentlemen. And the 43 of Craig Lehman, he's staying there on the high side. He'll be dropping it down in the corner at 175 miles per hour, bringing it down to the yellow line in turn 1. All the way through on exit. He'll stay on that yellow line, comes back up off of exit, picks up speed. He's currently running 176. '43 Craig Lerman for HLR Motorsports in the Larson Remodeling Chevrolet Silverado. He comes out of turn 4, comes by the start-finish line, drives it right down to the yellow line on the tri-oval. Coming through just past the exit, he'll pick up the start-finish line, and he is going to finish with a time of 54.327, good enough for 20th quick. Now on board with the 41 of Jake Little, unsponsored Chevy Silverado. He comes through to pick up his checker flag finish, and his qualifying time is good enough for 10th quickest with a 5.4066. Blake Flown in the Pokemon Castrol Chevy Silverado running the number 11 tonight. A regular, he's able to pick up a 9th starting spot of 54.037. Getting ready to roll, ladies and gentlemen. One of the crowd favorites here tonight, the number 99 of Ronald White. He'll be racing in the number 99 iRacing Toyota Tundra. Following him on the track will be Kenneth Younce in the number 72 NMNTS, the SimSpec Monday Night Thunder themed Toyota Tundra. I'll get back to that in a second after we follow Ronald White around. Ronald White coming across in the number 99, building up speed going into turn 3 and 4. He'll be coming out, picking up the green flag. Ronald White, ladies and gentlemen, definitely a race favorite tonight, and favorite amongst all the boys out there. One heck of a quality racer. Keeps his nose clean, never starts any trouble. Hoping for a good finish for this kid tonight. He's one heck of a good driver, Ronald White in the 99. He's unfortunately just suffered a little bit of bad luck here lately, but that's part of racing on some of these short tracks. We'll see what Ronald's able to do. He had some pretty quick times in practice this evening earlier, so we'll see how he's able to do coming down the backstretch. Ronald White drops her down into turn 3 at 177 miles per hour. Is able to maintain 177 for the majority of the corner. Instant on exit up to 179 now coming through the tri-oval. This is going to be a pretty quick lap as he's been able to pick up some speed on the exit of turn 4. 99 of Ronald White qualifies with the 54.079, good enough for 12th quickest. Now jumping over to the number 72 of Ken Younce. Ken Younce, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at his paint job, is going to be the primary sponsor for next year's SimSpec Monday Night Thunder Series here in the trucks. It's the SimSpec Thunder Championship Series, ladies and gentlemen. Check that out on the NMNTS page for more information to come. Ken Younce is able to finish 24th quickest with a 5.4315, and Corey Walters in the 28 finishes with a 14th starting spot at 54.145. Now coming on the track in the BA Graphics, number 02 of Michael Evil Knievel Redding. Getting his NMNTS Toyota Tundra all the way up around in his warm-up lap, making this track as long as possible to pick up as much speed as he can with these restrictor plate motors, getting up the power. Michael Redding, the 0-2, coming across the start-finish line to start his lap at 177 miles per hour. He'll drive her off into turn 1. We'll see if he's able to hold his speed throughout the quarter. Looks like he drops down just a little bit to 176. He is holding it right on the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen. As he comes off the exit, he'll shoot right back up to 176. We'll see if he can get her down to 177 coming into the turn 3. And Michael Redding gets her up to 176, coming out of turn 4 as he drops it down to the hash marks. Goes by pit road entry, come through the tri-oval, just past pit road exit. He'll pick up the green flag for his qualifying lap. Finish is good enough for 15th quickest with a 54.176. Now on the track, ladies and gentlemen, SimSpec PC Towers, number 19 Chevy Silverado, driven by Mike Bruno. Mike Bruno come across start finish line 15th quickest with a 54.154. Also on the track right now is the number 5 of Jason Alexander. Looks like he's rocking a little bit of a Halloween theme tonight in his number 5 Chevy Silverado. He comes across, picks up the start finish line for his qualifying lap. Good enough for 4th quickest of 53.788. Now coming onto the track, the number 7 SimSpec PC Tower rig of Tyler Justice. Tyler Justice in the simspec.com, SimSpec PC Tower number 7 Chevy Silverado. Missed him as he was gone for the weekend in last night's race, but he's back tonight with a vengeance. Had some pretty solid qualifying times out there earlier in practice. We'll see what he's able to pull through in qualifying tonight as he comes around turn 4 in his warm-up lap. Comes by the entrance of pit road and through the trial at the end of the exit of pit road. He will pick up the start checkered for his first green flag qualifying lap here in the Larson Remodeling 250 at Taladega Motor Speedway. Well, if you're just tuning in to No Brakes TV, I'm Tom Vanoss up in the booth. My good buddy and normal partner, Dewey Zell, wasn't able to be with us tonight, so it'll just be me on the up in the booth on the mic and Tom Jenks running the cameras for us. And Tyler Justice will be turning it down into turn 4. He's holding 177 miles per hour, coming through the middle of 3 and 4. As he comes off of exit, he'll get her back up from 176 to 177. As he comes through past the entrance to pit road, he'll come through the tri-oval and come across that start-finish line. Just past the exit of pit row for his qualifying time for the 7 of Tyler Justice is good enough for 15th quickest with a 54.102. Also on the track is the number 23 in the Camping World Monster Energy Toyota Tundra, Jason Burgess. As he comes across the start-finish line, he will be picking up a qualifying time of 53.834. Ladies and gentlemen, he is good enough for 6th quickest. Just 3 drivers to go here. It looks like we have the 114 of Jared Beasley yet to qualify, the 88 of Bradley Wilson, and the 59 of David Levine. As Jared Beasley in the 114 is able to come across with the 54.218. That will leave David Levine in the Las Vegas Strong, number 59 Silverado. And he will be followed on the track by the number 88 of Bradley Wilson in the TN Designs Chevy Silverado. David Levine, ladies and gentlemen, the 59 Chevy Silverado for Las Vegas Strong. He'll come out of turn 4. Keep her up on the high side as long as he can, getting this Chevy Silverado wound up to start his qualifying lap. When he comes across the start-finish line just past the exit of pit road here, he will begin his time. Also on the track right now, ladies and gentlemen, the number 88 TN Design Silverado, Bradley Wilson. One of 2 drivers yet to qualify and put down a qualifying time as he comes out of turn 4, picking up his speed, or excuse me, turn 2, picking up speed on the backstretch for his qualifying time. He has that machine up to 176 now, 77 miles per hour, entering into turn 3, just hugging the yellow line. He is able to maintain a lot of speed coming through there as David Levine qualifies 25th at the 54.206. And here comes Bradley Wilson across the entrance to pit road through the tri-oval right down on the bottom line as he comes across the exit of pit road, picks up the green-white checkered past the flag stand. And Bradley Wilson's qualifying time is good enough for 15th quickest with a 54.081. Ladies and gentlemen, our BA Graphics Pole Award winning car tonight, the number 32 of PJ Popham. I'm going to try to catch up with him if I can here momentarily as race control is going through the list of these qualified drivers. See who will be staying and see who will be going home tonight. There was 1 or 2 cars that had to race their way in through qualifying. Ladies and gentlemen, it would appear that our poll winner tonight, the BA Graphics Poll Award winner, PJ Popham, is unable to come into the booth right now. He's having some technical difficulties with his headset inside his helmet that his pit crew is working on right now. Is feverishly getting after it, see if they can't get him. If we're able to get to him here a little bit later before we get this race rolling, we'll definitely come back to PJ and try to get some interview time with him. But in the meantime, PJ Popham, also known as Pacer Popham, in the number 32 Monster Energy Chevy Silverado. Congratulations, sir, on one heck of a lap with a 53.769 here at the Larson Remodeling 250 at Taladega Super Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, when we have a moment to figure it out, race control is going through and setting the field for tonight's race. We should know what that's going to be here soon. Once we get the starting grid, we will definitely call that out to you. One big thing I'd like to do while we have a moment here in the NMNTS Monday Night Thunder Motor Sims, we'd like to thank Motor Sims Racing Association for putting this on and being a title sponsor week in, week out for the Monday Night Theory Series. But we have one huge impact of a race going on here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We have 6 people that can qualify to go on to the next round. One of those cars is Tyler Justice. He is locked into the second round of racing, or third round. That being said, we have 5 other drivers out here on the track that are going to be battling to get to the top 6 so they can make it on to the next round. Those drivers we have out there, several different guys. Let's take a look and see if I can't get a list of their names quick. Looks like we are going to have Zach Lindgren, Spence Thompson, Andrew Cardinale, Ryan Broderick, Mike Bruno, and DJ Hargrove. Those are all boys you're going to be wanting to watch tonight to make sure, see if they can't get in, as well as David Levine and Blake Falone. David Levine. Blake Falone did not make it into the round of 8, so those 8 drivers are all going to be shooting and fighting to try to get good finish tonight to be able to get an excellent finish here tonight at Taladega so they can move on to the next round of the hunt for the NMNTS Monday Night Thunder Series. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our qualifying for tonight. Just want to quickly go through the field for you. It's right now, PJ. Well, excuse me, yes, some change from race control. We'll be going through the field when we come back here. Right now, we're going to play a little bit of music, take a little break. We will be right back right in about 2 full minutes so we can go green here as these boys start to grid here at Taladega Motor Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to us here at Taladega Super Speedway. We are at the Larson Remodeling 250. As you are watching this race, ladies and gentlemen, all of our hunt drivers tonight will have green spoilers, green splitters. Be easy to pick them out on the track as they're running in this side-by-side in this big old race we're having tonight here at Taladega Motor Speedway. These boys in the trucks will be going around 94 laps. Hard side-by-side driving. We're going to see it all tonight. And we are going to have a couple drivers moving to the rear of the field right now. That will be Ryan Daniels as well as David Levine. That being said, their qualifying times will be annulled and they will move to the back. Right now, I'm going to go through the grid, ladies and gentlemen. Starting on our pole will be the number 32 of PJ Popham. Outside row 2, number 69 of John Barron. Inside row 2 will be Spence Thompson in 3rd position. Outside, Jason Alexander in the number 5 car. Inside row 3, number 31, Chase Stewart. Outside of him will be Jason Burgess in the number 23. Inside row 4, Gordon Larson Jr. in the 00 will be outside of him will be Cade McKee in the number 24. Inside row 5 will be the number 29 and Matthew Welsenbach. And outside row 5 will be Derek Robinson in the 818. Following them in 11th will be Blake Falone. 12th will be DJ Hargrove. Jake Little in the 41 will be starting 13th as Ronald White in the number 99 will be starting 14th. Bradley Wilson will be starting 15th in the 88, ladies and gentlemen. Outside of him will be Sawyer Ott in the number 35 car. Not usually used to seeing Tyler Justice in the number 7 start this far back in the field, but he will be starting 17th alongside of the number 28 of Corey Walters. Just behind him in the number 19, his teammate Mike Bruno will be starting 19th, with Michael Redding in the 02 outside in 20th. Followed up by Andrew Cardinale in 21st, Zach Lindgren in 22nd, Ryan Broderick in 23rd, Terry Mason in 24th, David Heisen in the number 62 will be 25th. Jared Beasley in the 114 will be 26th, Robbie Buckner 27th. Aiden Young, 28th. Ken Young, 29th. David Levine, 30th. And 31st will be Ryan Daniels. So we pick up the field here, ladies and gentlemen. These boys are coming around under pacing. Ladies and gentlemen, these boys are lined up side by side, ready to go. We are going to have 94 laps of hard side-by-side racing here in the hunt for the championships in the NMNTS Monday Night Thunder Series. As we come out of turn 4, we will see pace car dive down into pit road. At that point, the race will be started by the pole car, who is the number 32 of PJ Popham. He will bring us to the green flag. And the pace car is in. PJ Popham cruising in at a pace speed of 65 miles per hour. And we are underway here at Taladega Motor Speedway, ladies and gentlemen, as we are under green in the Larson Remodeling 250. We've got 94 laps. Side-by-side racing all the way around this 2.66 mile super speedway. It's going to take at least a full lap for all these drivers out here in these trucks to get their cars up to speed. That being said, by the next time they come around by the green start finish line, we will see them running at max speed as we see a few drivers backing off, going down to the bottom, getting back in line, trying to get organized with their teammates so they can get some help being pushed through the field. Right now, going into turn 3, we are 3 wide, almost 4 wide there for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Our leader, PJ Popham, just got overtaken on the bottom by Spence Thompson. Coming around 69, John Baird on the outside. 3 wide coming through the start-finish line. We got PJ Popham bringing him back to the start-finish line. He looks like he's going to lead this first lap at 69. John Barron gets a hefty push just at the end, but PJ Popham will lead lap 1. See these drivers getting organized. Divvy in per position as we already got two groups starting to develop. We got our lead group with a little bit of scattered out people in the front, and then we got about 6 cars running around the back, ladies and gentlemen. As we got a battle going on here up front, it looks like coming across the start-finish line, our new leader. This time the lead change goes to John Barron in the number 69, followed by PJ Popham running second. Right on his bumper in third is Spence Thompson. Looks like PJ Popham's going to drop out of line, giving those guys a chance to go by. He's going to pick up some drivers in the back with his teammates. That'll lead John Barron leading the bottom side around with Spence Thompson right on his bumper, getting him a healthy push. Bottom, we got 6 trucks back. On the top, it looks like they're trying to get organized, and they'll have about 5 or 6 trucks to get in a row. Try to push. It looks like the number 5 of Jason Alexander trying to get by on the high side. As we anticipated early on tonight, ladies and gentlemen, these drivers are in the middle of lap 4 right now. Next time by, we start in lap 5. We've got a lot of different teammates and drivers out here trying to jockey for position, get lined up to make a run with their teammates and push each other to the front. Right now, we have Jason Alexander's moved his way to the bottom in front of John Barron in the number 69. As he will lead lap 5 will be going to Jason Alexander. Moving up into second position, getting a hefty push is 00 Gordon Larson Jr. in the Larson Remodeling Machine, getting a good push by his teammate, the number 818 of Derek Robinson. Oh! Car spinning on the backstretch, ladies and gentlemen. They come up in front, they stay down off the track, and we are going to stay green. That will take the lead to Gordon Larson Jr. being pushed to the lead by the number 818 of Derek Robinson, his HRL Motorsports teammate. Looked like back on the track there, we had the 88 of Bradley Wilson and the 5 of Jason Alexander get together. So we got that bottom line formed up front, ladies and gentlemen. 7 cars in a row. The 818 of Derek Robinson is just pushing the 00 down the track as the other guys come in behind. Looks like they're getting organized on the bottom. We got 2 trucks stuck on the high side. Looks like they're going to drop into the bottom as well as these 8 lead pack cars on the bottom go by with Gordon Larson Jr. in first, Derek Robinson second, John Barron third. Ronald White in the 99, who started 14th, has made his way all the way up to 4th position, followed by the 31 of Chase Stewart, Blake Falone in 6th, Jake Little in 7th, Sawyer Ott in 8th, Spence Thompson started 3rd, rolled back to 9th, and in 10th position is Arnjo Cardinale in the number 81. Second group of cars we got back there is going to be the 7 of Tyler Justice with Ken Younts, Mike Bruno, Ryan Broderick, and David Levine in the 59. Looks like we have this lead pack 13 cars being followed by a second pack of, it looks like 5 or 6 cars. Then we have a whole nother group of third cars back towards the back, starting out with the 114 of Jared Beasley, the 28 of Corey Walters, Michael Redding, PJ Popham, Bradley Wilson, Ryan Daniels, Aiden Young, Jason Alexander. Those guys are all running in a group together right now, trying to get organized so they can make a push to get back up towards the leaders. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, early on in this race here at Taladega, these boys are just getting set in. Comfortable just to ride it out right now. We've got about, come by this time, just picking up lap 10. It's like that second group has been able to catch this lead group. We got one other group back there of about 5 cars, followed by another group of 4 cars trying to get organized to come back around to the front. Looks like some of these drivers are either poking their nose out, that being, looks like actually Blake Falone in the number 11 is getting a little bit of help right now. Trying to get a push around the outside by the number 41 of Jake Little. They're trying to make a run to the front as we've got 2 other cars dropping in behind them to give them a little bit of help as well. That looks like the 35 of Sawyer Ott and the Budweiser machine. Right now, the 818 of Derek Robinson's just as comfortable in the bottom line with John Barron right behind him, pushing the 00 of Gordon Larson Jr. around this track, keeping him in the lead. So we got a little bit of exciting stuff coming up here on the track, ladies and gentlemen. We got these cars out here 2 by 2. They will be coming up on the Red Bull racing truck of Cade McKee. Looking to put him 1 lap down. We'll see if these boys can get through clean. Cade McKee is doing the right thing right now, ladies and gentlemen. Stuck up on the high side. And Blake Falone getting one heck of a push on the outside as the 818 pushes Gordon Larson Jr. back on the bottom past them coming through the corner. It's going to be the 41 and 11 pushing through the 11 trying to get back to the start-finish line as the 818 is right on the bump of the 00. And this time by, it looks like the number 11, Blake Falone, will take the lead and be reported as the leader this lap with Gordon Larson Jr. in second. We got 3 cars on the high side. Looks like we got 4 and 5 cars trying to build up momentum, getting in line on the bottom. As through the exit, 35 decides to go to the high side, and they're going to form up on the high side. 4 cars, 5 cars over 3. So we'll see if the bottom 2 can hang on right now. With Gordon Larson Jr. being pushed around by the 818 of Gordon Robinson, HRL Motorsports. So like right now, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a couple cars that have lost the draft. Next one getting ready to be freight trained by the leaders is the number 5 of Jason Alexander. as he holds it up high, and these drivers go by him 3 wide. Oh, one guy kicks out, kisses the number 5 and wrecks on the backstretch. That looked to be the number 41 of Jake Little, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go back and take a look as soon as we're able to get to it. Tough break for the number 5 of Jason Alexander, ladies and gentlemen, and the number 41 of Jake Little. We may have a few other cars out here that got into some damage in that crash. We'll see if we can pick something up. Ladies and gentlemen, that gathered up a couple of good cars in this race. Going to come up with a little bit of damage. I think probably right now DJ Hargrove is one just barely got it touched as he came across the front of his car. Looks like right now, ladies and gentlemen, we do have some takers down pit road. And our leaders will staying out on the track. Gordon Larson Jr., Derek Robinson, Ronald White, and Blake Falone so far, among others. Looks like Jake Little in the 41 is going to be unable to continue with the damage to his motor. He's going to take that one back to the hauler and see if they can't get to work on it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming up on lap 17th here under caution. One of those things that happens at Taladega, although we were lucky enough to get through with not as many cars as we anticipated getting, usually with a crash that happens that far towards the front. Looks like right now the top 9 drivers all stayed on the track, ladies and gentlemen. 10th through all took time to go in and take a pit stop, get some fresh rubber, full tank of fuel. So it looks like we're going to have about 2 different pit strategies going on here, ladies and gentlemen. Should be pretty interesting to see how this... how these boys are able to hold up and what kind of pit strategy this will turn out to later in the race. Ladies and gentlemen, we go back to green flag racing here right now. The 00 of Gordon Larson Jr. will be bringing us to the line. Outside row 2, outside row 1 will be Derek Robinson in the second position. Inside row 2 will be Ronald White in the number 99. Ronald White having one heck of a run tonight, starting this race in 14th position all the way up to turn 3rd. All the way up to 3rd place. Blake Falone will be restarting 4th with John Barron 5th, Chase Stewart 6th, Kenneth Yount 7th, David Heiza 8th, Craig Lerman will be 9th, and Dave Levine will be starting in 10th position. Ladies and gentlemen, while we have a quick moment here under caution, I just want to give a big shout out to our sponsors of this race tonight. BA Graphics for picking up the Pole Award win. Thanks to those guys out there tonight, as well as TN Designs being on again this evening as well. Two of our major sponsors, Oil Can Quality Hard Goods. Go check them out at www.oilcanhancocks.com. Pretty cool little company out there. Provides some pretty neat little products for ladies and gentlemen out there, so go take a look at them. Shop with their code Thunder17. Also want to give a big shout out to SimSpec PC Towers being on board again. SimSpec PT Towers run by two pretty good guys over there, Ken Yountz and John Barron. They do one heck of a job providing you guys and everybody out there with any kind of a PC tower you're looking for to get into the simulator business of racing, farming, or flight. They do one heck of a job. Pretty good group of guys over there. A lot of products. You should check them out as well. Also want to give big thanks to No Breaks TV. Check us out on Facebook at nobreaks.tv. Make sure if you're tuned in tonight, give us a big thumbs up if you're liking the broadcast. Also, make sure you click like and subscribe as well so you can get notifications from us whenever we're doing one of these races. These boys are ready to get back going side by side. They're getting lined up. They will be coming back to green here the next time out of turn 4. And we are back to green, ladies and gentlemen, here at Taladega Motor Speedway. Has the 00 and the 818 side by side coming out of turn 2. 818's getting a little bit of help here by Blake Falone in the number 11 Pokemon car, as well as on the bottom. Looks like the 99 and Rod White is hooked on to the bumper. 00 Gordon Larson getting him some help as they come down through the bottom. Cars lining up, getting organized on the bottom through the first 4. And it looks like Derek Robinson drops down to the bottom, leaves the 11 of Blake Fallone hung out to dry as he picks up the bumper of the 00. Gordon Larson Jr. coming down the backstretch out of turn 4 into the tri-oval. It looks like Derek Robinson's going to lead this lap, ladies and gentlemen. Gordon Larson jumped up to the high side, picks up the number 11, and Blake Fallone saw the push at the 818 got. As he got the 818 side by side with the 00 hooked onto his bumper as the 99 of Ronald White, followed closely by John Barron and the number 69 as Gordon Larson Jr. on the high side with Blake Fallone trying to get a push coming through the tri-oval. It's like the 11 of Blake Fallone and the 00 of Gordon Larson Jr. are going to need some help here, ladies and gentlemen, as that inside line's pretty well organized with that first 5 cars. It looks like we got one other truck coming up the high side trying to get to the back bummer of Blake Fallone. That looks to be the 81 of Andrew Cardinale. As he tries to pick up a side draft going down the backstretch, trying to get back up and give as much help as he can to the 11 and the 00. 31 jumps up behind out of the bottom row to get behind the bumper to the number 11 to give some help to those 2 cars on the high side. As we got the 81 Andrew Cardinale following behind this pack, trying to decide which lane he wants to get into, which pack does he want to go with, which line is moving better. Side by side, entering into turn 3. Looks like the 00 of Gordon Larson's got his front bumper just up behind Ronald White, and the 818 is getting a huge push coming down the front stretch. Derek Robinson holds that lead at the line by 0.024 seconds, just barely over 200ths of a second. He holds on to the lead that lap. Looks like the outside line's starting to get organized, ladies and gentlemen, as they're starting to progress move. We're 2 by 2 by 2 back for about 10 rows of cars. And here we go 3 wide on the high side. Looks like we have one driver looking for some help out there all by his lonesome. He'll drop back in. That looked to be Gordon Larson. Looked like he got freight trained a little bit there by the 11 and the 31. He'll drop back in line behind. Looks like Robbie Buckner as he drops to the bottom, tries to pick up the bumper of another car. So we got some boys out here trying to switch, battling and jockeying for position right now. Looks like John Barron moved up to the high side as he saw a little bit of a run coming from the 11 and the 31, and out to the high side comes the 59 and David Levine. On the inside, you still got the 99 and the 818 pushing hard side by side up front, bumper to bumper. 818 doing everything he can to hold on to that lap as the 59 jumped to the high side, and they have gotten organized, and they are coming with a fury on the high side, ladies and gentlemen. This time by, we just completed lap 26 of 94 here at the Larson Remodeling 250 at Taladega Superspeedway. That leaves us with just about 69, 70 laps to go. We got quite a bit of ways to go here. We're probably looking at least one more field stop, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be interesting to see how these boys decide to do with their pit stops, if we're going to end up seeing some green flag pit stops coming up here shortly. Right now we got two distinct groups. We got a pack of about 5 cars that have chosen to run around in the back. It looks like they're just trying to hang out and be safe. That looks like you got Michael Redding in the 02, Tyler Justice, Jared Beasley, Jason Burgess, all in a group right there running around with each other, getting organized single file, just wanting to stay in touch with the lead pack so they can avoid any of the big ones here at Talladega Motor Speedway tonight. As we go to back to our battle on the high side, Spence Thompson's pulled up in front of the 59 David Levine, and he is getting some help. The outside is moving pretty hard up the high side. The bottom has the advantage coming through the corner as the 818 of Derek Robinson with the 99 right on his bumper, pushing him through out on the exit of turn 4 as they come into the tri-oval. Derek Robinson will lead that lap, ladies and gentlemen, assisted by the number 99 of Ronald White, who's had one heck of a race tonight. Also, David Levine and the 59s moved up. But don't look now, ladies and gentlemen, our biggest move of the night, the number 90, Robbie Buckner, in the number 28th position starting spot, all the way up into the top 5. So our leaders approach the lap car. Looks like they're getting ready to overtake the number 2 of DJ Hargrove. That's going to put him 1 lap down. Hopefully he's going to be able to jump onto the back of these leaders. Excuse me, DJ Hargrove is 9 laps down. That could be big trouble for him in the race for the chase, or excuse me, the hunt tonight, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, we have passed lap 30 of 94 in this race. We have currently 65 to go to the checker flag here at the Larson Remodeling 250 as we see Robbie Buckner jump to the outside trying to get a run up the middle. See if he can't make any headway coming into turn 3. He wants to look for the lead. He's trying to get some help on the high side. Looks like he's looking to get some help. That is 90 Robbie Buckner on the high side, getting some help from the 00 of Gordon Larson Jr. and the 89 of Spence Thompson. Right behind Spence Thompson on the high side looks to be the 69 of John Barrett. Spence Thompson abandons the outside offer and drops to the bottom. One heck of a run up here on the high side. In that 35 Budweiser car, that is Sawyer Ott, as he led last time by, as he has got some momentum on the high side. Although it looks like the 99 and the 818 have something else. The 99 and Ronald White want to get back hard to the bottom. And yet another lead change here at Taladega Motor Speedway. Derek Robinson picks up the lead that lap again. He will lead that lap. Ronald White in second place, as the 35 is working on the high side, getting some help from Spence Thompson in the 89. And the 29 of Matthew Welzenbach. A couple other drivers we haven't had a chance to talk about much tonight, but one heck of a move so far in this race. Take a look at the number 72, ladies and gentlemen, Kenneth Yeltz. He started this race in 32nd position. He has moved his way all the way up into the top 5 last time by. He is currently running on the bottom row in the third car back, right behind Ronald White and Derek Robinson. Looks like the bottom row is getting organized right now, ladies and gentlemen. They're starting to make a move on that top row with just 3 cars back there. Looks like the 99 and Ronald White had to dip out just for a little bit, get some clean air on that grill, maybe cool off his rig, but he jumps right back in line. Gives that 818 Derek Robson a big push around the bottom. Ken Yellens is helping out there with those first 3 cars as well, with Gordon Larson Jr. running 4th. On the high side, looks like we got 35 of Sawyer Ott, the 29 of Matthew Welzenbach, and the 11 of Blake Falone. Oh, and we got the 35 getting spun, comes down across the 72. Gathers up the 00, the 11 also involved in that crash, ladies and gentlemen. It's like those drivers and the caution is out. That was some excitement coming across through the start-finish line through the tri-oval, ladies and gentlemen. We'll try to step back and see if we can see what happened there. Tough break for many of these drivers out here, ladies and gentlemen. They got into a tough situation. Many of these drivers, some of our leaders, Gordon Larson Jr. and the 00 got involved. Just looked like 72 pushed up a little bit. Tough break for the 00 and the 11 getting caught up in that. Hopefully they're able to get to pit road and get their damage fixed up as quick as they can. This time by, it looks like we're going to have the leaders come down pit road. The 818-99 coming down. First car to stay out looks like the 11 of Blake Falone. Excuse me, that is Spence Thompson in the 89, followed by Bradley Wilson in the 88. The 90 of Robbie Buckner. Tough break for the 818, has to pull back into his pit box, so he is going to give up a few spaces on the track. Going to let these pit cycles sort themselves out, ladies and gentlemen, so we can figure out who's going to be running where when we go back to green. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as all these drivers are cycling through their pit stops, looks like we're going to have Spence Thompson is going to be leading us back to green, followed by the 88 of Bradley Wilson, the number 90 of Robbie Buckner. Fourth position, the number 32, our pole position holder, PJ Pacer Popham. Followed by the 59 of David Levine, 75 of Terry Mason. Ryan Daniels moves his way up from 29th, restarting 7th in the 87. Aiden Young in the 9 car will restart 8th. Derek Robinson, our leader before the caution, 818, will be restarting 9th. Looks like we have a few cars choosing to pit here, trying to extend their fuel. Whatever they're doing, they chose, like Spence Thompson has chose to giving up that position to get some fresh 4 good years and full fuel. Ladies and gentlemen, as we are here at the Larson Remodeling 250 here at Taladega Speedway, want to give a big shout out to one of our drivers tonight. A big happy birthday to the number 00 of Gordon Larson Jr. running the Larson Remodeling rig tonight and the No Brakes TV. He was currently gathered up in that little spin last time, got some minor damage, but looks like he's going to be good to go. He'll be restarting here, 14th position, ready to move forward. So when we go back to green here, ladies and gentlemen, that it's all sorted out. David Levine will be bringing us to the green flag with Derek Robinson in the 818 on the outside. Third position will be David Heisen, the number 62. 29 of Matthew Welzenbach will be fourth. Andrew Cardinelli in the 81 will be fifth. Craig Lerman in the 43 will be sixth. Chase Stewart in the 31 will be seventh. Zach Lindgren eighth. Ronald White in the number 99 will be ninth. And rounding out top 10 will be the number 72 of Kenneth Younts. Ladies and gentlemen, the pace car drops off. We are being brought back to the green by the number 59 truck. On the inside, on the outside, Derek Robinson in the number 818. And we are back to green as David Levine gets a big jump on the field, ladies and gentlemen. If anybody knows racing at Taladega, that's a pretty big no-no. That's going to give almost the entire field an opportunity to come up and steamroll him. He's going to have to find a home either on the bottom or the top, or he's going to get pushed right over by the 62 of David Heiss as he jumps up in front of the 818. As the 59 is getting help on the bottom from the 81 and the 26 of Matthew Wesselbach on the high side, we got David Heiss in the 62 getting a shove from the 818 of Derek Robinson. And right behind him, the number 43 of Craig Lerman. All three of those drivers on the high side are HRL Motorsports teammates. Leading that time by will be the 81 on the inside of Andrew Cardinelli. Getting a big shove from Matthew Welsenbach in the 29 as Dave Levine is up on the high side. Followed by the 62 and the 818 of HRL Motorsports trying to make something happen on the bottom. Looks like the 62 will make his way to the bottom as well as the 818. That'll leave the 59 out high and dry on the high side by himself. He's hoping to get some help coming around the backside as the bottom line is getting organized on the bottom. Looks like the 59 is going to get rolled back further on back down as he's hung out to dry right now. He's going to have to try to find a way to get in an opening there on the bottom as the leaders start to drive away, and he is getting freight trained by this front pack, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Cardinelli moves up to the high side to block the momentum coming up there. Just as he does that, Matthew Welsenbach dives to the bottom, stays on the bottom, and he is going to get help on the bottom as they drive through the tri-oval. The 29 getting a huge push from the 72 of Ken Younts, and the 29 of Matthew Welsenbach will lead that lap with the help of 72 Ken Younts. Oh, just too many cars, 3 wide. John Barron goes around, spin on the backstretch, ladies and gentlemen. Looked like we were up 3 wide, ladies and gentlemen. John Barron just comes across the top of the front of the 69, and Dave Levine comes down, gathers up the 62. The 818 is involved. Ladies and gentlemen, tough break for all those drivers up front. Gathered up there, just one of the tough breaks there. We had just too many cars and not enough real estate. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's definitely going to shake some things up here in the Larson Remodeling 250 here at Taladega, as we are looking at our third caution of the evening for just 9 laps. Tough break out there for a lot of drivers getting caught up in that one. Ladies and gentlemen, we have had one heck of an exciting race tonight here in the Larson Remodeling 250 at Taladega Super Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, still holding on to the lead right now is Massive Welzenbach in the number 29. We'll take a look at these drivers out here when they go back to green. See what happens when they get reorganized down here. We lost a lot of good drivers in that wreck. That's something that happens here at Talladega once in a while. It doesn't take much when these trucks are moving around this track at 190, 195 miles an hour, going in these corners 2 wide and 3 wide. Takes a lot of talent by these drivers to hang on to these cars, and not any one of them have lost a bit of talent tonight. It was just one of those incidents where 2 cars wanted to occupy the same space on the track, and that happens quite frequently out here at Talladega. It sounded like maybe one of the spotter might have missed it for the 69 of John Barron, but we'll get back and get reorganized here, and hopefully those guys have time to get their cars fixed on pit road and get back out here and make a charge back towards the front. Up until that point, that 69 of John Barron is having one heck of a race, ladies and gentlemen. It was a lot of fun watching him push around on the bottom and the top. He could drive that car pretty much anywhere he wanted to go. We'll start to see these drivers line it up 2 by 2 next time by the start finish, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we go back to green flag racing. We will be led by the number 29 and Matthew Welsenbach. In second position on the outside will be the 72 of Ken Younts, who's had one heck of a run tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's fun to watch him up towards the front. In third place will be the 99 of Ronald White. Fantastic run for him. That Ken Younts has made up 30 positions on the track this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald White has made up 11. He started 14th. Back into the top 5, Pacer PJ Popham in the number 32 will be starting 4th. Gordon Larson Jr. in the 00 will restart 5th. Robbie Buckner, who's been up towards the front almost all night long after starting in 28th position, he will start 6th. Chase Stewart in the 31 will start 7th. Bradley Wilson in the 88 will start 8th. And Spence Thompson in the 89 will start 9th. Rounding off the top 10 will be the 81 of Andrew Cardinelli, followed by Zach Lingard, David Levine, Blake Falone, Jason Alexander, Craig Lerman, Ryan Daniels, Aiden Young, Jason Burgess, Mike Bruno. Hanging out in the back with number 2, Michael Redding, Ryan Broderick, Corey Walters, Jared Beasley, Tyler Justice, and Terry Mason. And rounding out the lead lap cars will be Sawyer Ott in the number 35. Definitely a group to watch back here, ladies and gentlemen. It's this one group towards the back. They've been hanging out in the back all night long, just staying out of trouble, waiting to bide their time to make their move. And I think you got to take a look at those drivers right now. You're going to be looking at all the way 17th through 23rd position. So you got Jason Burgess back there with Mike Bruno, Michael Redding, Ryan Broderick, Corey Walters, Jared Beasley, Tyler Justice, Terry Mason, as well as Sawyer Ott. So it looks like MR Motorsports out here tonight is going to be looking to make a charge towards the front here as these laps start to wind down. We go green. We will have about 46 laps remaining. Next time by, ladies and gentlemen, they are 2x2. We will be going green when the pace car pulls off and enters pit road. It will be the pace. The restart will be dictated by the number 29 of Matthew Welsenbach. And ladies and gentlemen, the pace car is off. These boys are coming back to green flag running. Coming through the tri-oval, it looks like the green flag. We have entered into the restart zone. Bringing us to the green flag will be the number 29 of Matthew Welsenbach, and we are under green, ladies and gentlemen. Back at it here at the Larson Remodeling 250 from Taladega Motor Speedway. As we are running down these laps here in the hunt to see who the top 6 drivers are who are going to be able to move on to the next round towards the hunt for this championship. Ladies and gentlemen, rather interesting restart that time by, with the 29 bringing us to the green. It didn't look like anybody in the field wanted to get going. They all wanted to get lined up and organized so they could get moving back towards the front. Looks like right now the 72 of Ken Younts is kind of stuck on the high side, mired back out there by himself. He's doing everything he can coming through turn 1 and 2 to stay up side by side with the third place truck. And it looks like we're going to have a couple cars jump to the high side on exit of turn 2 to try to give him a hand to get around, as we have several cars moving up there now. As we're going to start some more side-by-side racing as Matthew Welsenbach getting pushed by number 99 of Ronald White on the bottom. Ronald White has been there all night long in second position, helping whoever he could get to the front. I think it's only going to be a matter of time before Ronald White gets his chance to lead a lap tonight. He's had one heck of a race as the 72 of Kenneth Younts gets a huge push on the high side. And Matthew Welsenbach leads that lap by 7 thousandths of a second over Kenneth Younts in the second place position. Looks like the 99 of Ronald White like Ronald White pushed up into the entry of the corner back there, ladies and gentlemen. He just slides back down, drives her off the bottom of the track to avoid wrecking anybody. He's going to lose a little bit of momentum and get shuffled back. That's going to open up the door for Ken Younts on the high side. On the low side is Bradley Wilson will take over second position, just 7 thousandths back of Kenneth Younts on the bottom. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just getting so exciting I can barely talk. Some of these drivers who have ridden around on the back tonight have obviously decided it is time to go, ladies and gentlemen. As next time by, we will have 42 laps. As the 72 of Ken Younts is currently leading the race right now, getting a huge push on the back from 29 of Matthew Welsenbach. As we see the 88 of Bradley Wilson trying to get a big shove from the 90 of Robbie Buckner, his teammate from MR Motorsports. Looks like the 29 of Matthew Welsenbach saw something happening on the high side. He moves up and picks up the momentum. So he's trying to take that lead back away from the 72 of Ken Younts on the high side. He's getting a heck of a push from the 88 on the high side as 72 comes back to his door, getting a huge push by the number 32 of PJ Pacer Popham. As we charge back to the start-finish line, it's the 72, 29, 72. And it looks like the 29 will lead that lap, ladies and gentlemen. Back to the start finish we go. The 29 side by side with the 72. Matthew Welsenbach will lead that lap by 0.02 of a second over the 72 of Kenneth Younts, followed by third position Bradley Wilson and PJ Popham in fourth. Craig Lerman in the 43 in the top five last time by the start finish line. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like these drivers are starting to sort it out here in the back as well. So we're starting to see the field for the first time really start to spread out. It looks like we've got two separate packs trying to develop. We got the front pack. Then we got a bunch of those drivers we talked about to keep an eye out for. They're moving their way back up. They're just 3 seconds back. They're looking to get organized as well. That pack back there led by Jason Burgess and Zach Lindgren. Or excuse me, Jason Burgess and Michael Redding. Seeing what they can do to get back to the front as they get in line back there, as the bottom line has the momentum right now as we're coming back through the tri-oval. Ken Younts on the bottom, Matthew Welsenbach on the high side. Matthew Welsenbach still getting help from the number 88 of Bradley Wilson as they come to the start-finish line. This time Kenneth Younts will lead that one by 1/100th of a second, ladies and gentlemen. One heck of a run tonight in these trucks for the 72 of Kenneth Younts, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't seen him have a lot of good luck in the most recent races, but he is driving like a man possessed here at the Gordon Larson Remodeling 250 at Taladega Motor Speedway. He just seems to lead lap after lap after lap on the bottom, getting help from the 32 and the 28 and the 43 and the 00 back there as well. These leaders are getting ready to come up on the 35 of Sawyer Ott. They're going to freight train him. He moves up to the high side, gives these leaders plenty of room to get by. Classy move right there by the 35 in the Budweiser truck of Sawyer Ott, giving these leaders plenty of room to get by going through the corner of 3 and 4. Kind of held up the momentum a little bit as Matthew Welsenbach gets hung out to dry on the high side. It's got a little bit of an opening to get to the bottom if he wants to, but it looks like he's content sitting down there on the high side. As he come across start finish, he'll drop down into turn 1, get in line in 4th position. It's like right now, Corey Walters in the 28 has decided to go to the high side. He's brought Matthew Welsenbach with him as they're going to try to make a run for the lead. Try to overtake the 72 Kenneth Younts and the 32 of PJ Popham. As they come through the trioval, the 28 has the momentum and Corey Walters will lead that lap. Bringing along with him into second place on the high side, Matthew Welsenbach in the 29. They will drop to the bottom as Matthew Welsenbach pushes up on exit and Kenneth Younts makes him a hole, pick up back to second. That's going to leave 29 on the outside by himself. As Ken Younts pulls in right behind the bumper of Corey Walters. Looks like the fisherman DJ Hargrove's a little bit under power as the leaders go by him. Tough break for the fisherman tonight, running the Berkeley Tri-Lane truck. He's had one heck of a season though and has put up a good fight in every race we've been in tonight. Good to see him still on the track even though he is a little underpowered. Now this second group right behind the leaders here in the 2x2. Looks like we've got 6 cars lined up back to front. Those are those boys from MR Motorsports. They must have decided to finally get together and say, hey, fellas, let's make a run to the front as they're trying to make some big progress on the high side. Starting to get back to this lead pack. Corey Walters will lead that lap, ladies and gentlemen. That leaves us with 33 to go. The Larson Remodeling 250 at Taladega Super Speedway in the NMNTS Monday Night Thunder Series. One huge race we've had going on here all night tonight, jockeying for position. We're going to have transfer 6 drivers to the next round in the hunt for the championship. Right now, the only driver locked in is the number 7 of Tyler Justice. It looks like he's resorted to helping out his teammates back there for MR Motorsports, trying to get them back to the front. They've been hanging on in the back, keeping their equipment clean, not having to race hard whatsoever to get through these drivers. So we'll see if they can make a charge coming up here later on in this race. As this time by, we have 32 to go. Don't look now, ladies and gentlemen. We got a few HRL Motorsports teammates getting up there, making it on the high side, seeing if they can't help get Matthew Welsenbach back to the lead and maybe pick up a couple spots themselves. You've got, looks like the 43 of Craig Lerman being pushed by the 00 of Gordon Larson Jr. after that spin earlier on. He's made his way back up into the top 6. We've got a few drivers back here. The 5 of Jason Alexander and the 99 of Ronald White are desperately hoping for a caution, I could imagine, as they are running 31 seconds behind the leaders, and they should be getting close to being... They got about a half a lap from getting lapped at this time, so these boys are trying to do everything they can in running bumper to bumper, do everything they can to stay out in front of this lead group who is coming fast. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 3 wide with the 29 getting stuck in the middle as the 43 and the 00 go to the high side, trying to push him around as the 00 as the 29 and Matthew Wesselmack comes back up on the bottom after picking up a little side draft off of the number 32 of PJ Popham. Those three will get back in line as Corey Walters is bringing that bottom line back to the start-finish line. And he will lead that lap. Leaders coming up now to some lap traffic. The number 35, Sawyer Ott, has got himself mired up against the wall. Coming through the entry of the tri-oval, will pass the opening to pit road. As Ken Yelens moves up to the high side, he's going to get a push from Matthew Welsenbach. Try to make some momentum to move on that bottom line. So we got 4 trucks on the high side, 3 on the bottom. Corey Walters being pushed by PJ Popham and the number 11 of Blake Falone. Kenneth Yelens on the backstretch goes back to the lead with some momentum going into turn 3. He's got the 29 of Matthew Welsenbach glued to his bumper. See if he's able to pick up any momentum off turn 4 as the 29 abandons him, dives down to the bottom and to the inside, leads the 72, hung out to dry by himself. 72 is hoping, so we got a spinner going into pit road. It looks like 90, Robbie Buckner, spins going on the pit road and ends up hitting the inside wall. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like this lead pack of 7 cars just got organized. They're running nose to tail with Corey Walters leading them to the start-finish line. Tell you what, if this second group of cars doesn't get organized running single file, these 6 cars, 7 cars up here are going to be able to pull away from this second group. And we have a whole slurry of cars peeling off. Looks like the boys from HR Motorsports are all pulling off to take their final pit stop of the night. With 24 to go this time by, they're going to go in and get their full of fuel, and I think they're going to jump right back on the track. I don't think they can afford it this time to take any tires. That would set them back a little too far back in the track. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, our top 5 cars are Corey Walters, PJ Popham, Melvin Wilsonbach, Ken Younts in the 72, and the number 11, Blake Falone. He's going to be followed by in the 6 of 43, Craig Lehrman, 7th, Gordon Larson Jr., and rounding out the 8th and 9th position in the top 10 will be Ryan Daniels in the 87 car, 9 of Aiden Young, and 89 of Spence Thompson running 10th. Corey Walter leads another lap. You got Ken Younts in the 72 doing some big-time side drafting. He's got himself all the way up to the right rear fender of the leader. Corey Walters all by himself with no help, just side drafting through the corner, and he's going to get a big run down the backstretch as the 11 of Blake Falone pushes up, gets his rear bumper, trying to give him a little bit of an extra push coming into turn 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we definitely have 2 separate packs on this field right now. 1st through 13th are all running within a second of each other, rounding that out with Aiden Young. Then we got a second group of HR Motorsports, or MR Motorsports, it looks like, with Jason Burgess, Michael Redding, Ryan Broderick, Tyler Justice, Mike Bruno, and Jared Beasley, as well as Bradley Wilson and Jason Alexander and Ronald White picking up the back group. Be interesting to see if they're able to hold them off, as this front group's got a big charge going on, but they still may need to pit one more time before this race is over. Ken Younts continuing to battle on the high side in the back stretch with Blake Falone right to his bumper, trying to give him another shove down into turn 3. We'll see if he can get around the 28 of Corey Walters this time. Looks like Corey Walters might be able to pick up the draft of the 3 cars in front of them and pull him around on the bottom of turn 4. As PJ Popham is right on his bumper as Ken Younts drops down into 3rd position. Right now, it looks like this front group has got lined up nose to tail. If they can keep it like this, they could really put a hurt bag on the MR Motorsports boys running 14th, 13th. They're pretty close to just now crossing the start-finish line and coming through the middle of the tri-oval is going to be the leaders, led by Corey Walters in the number 28. So that group of MR Motorsports just entering turn 3 as the lead pack is in the middle of the backstretch, just getting in turn 3 now as MR Motorsports boys are exiting turn 4. Be an interesting battle we got going on if this lead pack is able to get by those groups or get to their rear bumpers. As we start to see a few of these drivers peel off to make their final pit stop. That leaves the top 3 drivers all by themselves, followed by the 43 of Craig Lerman trying to close that gap to get to the back bumper of number 72 of Ken Younts. Right now, it looks like 28 of Corey Walters doing everything he can, ladies and gentlemen, to play Hunt spoiler this evening as he's been dominant out front for these last full 20 to 25 laps as the bottom line is in order. Now, it looks like we got the 43 and the 00 teaming up on the high side. They want a taste of that lead as well. As they come into turn 3, they had a huge run down the backstretch. So let's see if the 43 is able to do a little bit of side draft and come through the corner, and the 00 can help push them out in front of the 28 of Corey Walters on exit as they come through the tri-oval. .43 of Craig Lerman with a huge run down the backstretch with Gordon Larson right on his bumper. They pull up side by side with Corey Walters and PJ Popham. Looks like the 43 is going to drop down and try to side draft off the 28 of Corey Walters coming through turn 4 as they exit on the tri-oval. Gordon Larson giving a huge push coming through the tri-oval to the 43. It's going to be a race back to the start-finish line. Corey Walters crosses the line .004 one-thousandths of a second faster with Gordon Larson in third position. It's obviously those two drivers on the high side have got something figured out, and they are picking up quite a bit of steam and momentum on the high side. They're doing everything they can to get to the front and lead a lap. And PJ Popham peels off to make his green flag stop. Unfortunate for him, he has nobody going with him. He's going to have to try to get back on the track as soon as he can and be able to pick up the draft somewhere to get himself back into a good finish. At this moment on the track, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new leader. That looks to be the 88 of Bradley Wilson. He is getting a shove by the 18 of Corey Walters. Or excuse me, the 28 of Corey Walters. Actually looks like Bradley Wilson is stuck on the back of the lead lap, just trying to hold on. He's getting leading around the leader. 28 of Corey Walters. He's going to be followed by, look like Craig Lerman and Gordon Larson peeled off to make their final pit stop. So we got out front two drivers by themselves, Corey Walters and David Levine, getting a little bit of help from Bradley Wilson as he's pulling the leaders around this track. As we see it right now, ladies and gentlemen, the 88 and the 28 of Corey Walters, they are nose to tail stuck together, running around by themselves. A little bit of help from the two cars behind them, but you can't fit a piece of paper between the back bumper of that 88 and the front bumper of that 28. No way this entire lap around. These boys are turning one heck of a lap time right now. They currently lead the third place car of Michael Redding in the 02 by 39.47 seconds with 10 laps to go this time by. We'll see if they can hold on to that lead as that back group gets organized, tries to make a push towards those two front leaders. This time by the chase pack led by Michael Redding, they cross the line running a 49.51 as our leader Corey Walters is running a 50.536, so that back pack is 1 second per lap faster than the other guys. So if Corey Walters does not have to pit, it's going to take a lot of time for these boys to try to catch him, and we might not have enough laps up. We just got 9 to go. Our leader, Corey Walters, in the number 28, is being dragged around this track consistently lap after lap down these closing laps by the number 88 of Bradley Wilson. 8 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. 8 laps to go. And ladies and gentlemen, our leader, Corey Walters, will drop off to make his green flag pit stop with 8 laps to go. That's going to give up the lead to the number 59 of David Levine. Who has no help whatsoever as he run by. This time by, he will run a lap time of 59.091 where the O2 of Michael Redding, those guys are running 49-second laps. So if Levine can hold on for just a few laps, he might be able to pull off an upset win, ladies and gentlemen, as these guys are back here 2 by 2 trying to make time around when they should be focusing on getting lined up and trying to make a charge to make up that now 17-second lead that David Levine has. That thing is going away quickly. I think right now, Jason Burgess in the 23 and Michael Redding in the 02 and Matthew Welsenbach, that group back there, they are going to run over David Levine like a freight train with 6 laps to go next time by. This backpack is 3 wide, jostling for position. They made up 9 seconds that last lap, ladies and gentlemen. I would have to say within the next lap and a half, we are going to see the group of MR Motorsports led by the O2 of Michael Redding. They're going to take over this leader and be in a position to win this race. In that group back there, we have got 3 chase drivers mired in with Tyler Justice, Andrew Cardinelli, Spence Thompson's in there, Mike Bruno's in there, Zach Lindgren's in there. So we got just about an entire field of racers in the chase. Mired back in this pack, who is making a huge charge on the number 59 of David Levine. This time by, they're only 3 seconds back. They made up 6 seconds with 5 laps to go. Unfortunately, the 59 of David Levine is a sitting duck in the worst way, as these boys have now caught him there right to the bumper. 3 wide, they get split. Crashing all over, big one in the back with the main group of leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, we have gotten a big one here with 5 laps to go. We had the leader, the 59, David Heisen, the 818 in the center, as they tried to separate. The back group just closed too hard on these boys, ladies and gentlemen, and we have gotten into the big one with Michael Redding spinning the 59, the 818 getting gathered up, the 17, the 29, the 81. Unbelievably, the 59 bounces off the wall and keeps on going. One unbelievable, the 59 got through it for a second, ladies and gentlemen, then his motor gave away. This is going to be one. Ladies and gentlemen, next time by, we're going to have 2 laps to go. Ladies and gentlemen, that was one heck of a big accident gathering up much of the leaders in this race. We got a lot of drivers out here just trying to survive that wreck to make it to the end. This time by, we're going to have 2 to go, and it looks like we will be finishing this race under caution, ladies and gentlemen. As it stands right now, ladies and gentlemen, the number 29 of Matthew Welsenbach looks like he is going to finish as our leader and win this race here at the Larson Remodeling 250 at Taladega Motor Speedway. Finishing second looks to be Michael Redding in the 02. Big run for him tonight. Jason Burgess in the 23 will finish third. Ryan Daniels in the 87 will finish fourth. Ryan Broderick in the 34 will finish 5th. Aiden Young in the 9 will finish 6th. Zach Lindgren in the 7 will in the 85 will finish 7th. Spence Thompson in the 89 will finish 8th. Mike Bruno will finish in 9th. And the 114 of Jared Beasley right now will be rounding out your top 10. The only thing that could happen where if this was to change, ladies and gentlemen, if some of these cars blow their motors and are unable to make it back to the start-finish line, that could cause them to lose some serious position if any of those chase drivers or hunt drivers are caught up in that accident, where I think many of them were. That could have some implications on who goes through and finishes the rest of this race. Based on the finishing order right now, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm trying to just do a little bit of math in my head, we know that Tyler Justice is moving on to the next round. Looks like Ryan Broderick in the 34, he should move on. As well as Spence Thompson in the 89, and as I can tell right now, Mike Bruno potentially could be moving through in the 19 as well. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like the 81 of Andrew Cardinale may be in jeopardy of not making the chase, or excuse me, moving around to the second round of the hunt as his motor is expired on the backstretch. Looks like he's going to end up finishing back in 19th or 20th place. One heck of an exciting race tonight here, ladies and gentlemen. While we have a chance, these boys going through, wrapping up this race here at Taladega Super Speedway. We are in the Larson Remodeling 250. Been one heck of a race here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of hard side-by-side, three-wide racing taking place here in the NMNTS Monday Night Thunder Series here in the trucks. Every single driver out here was giving it his all to do whatever he could to come through and move ahead into the second round of the chase or the hunt right now. I'm sure as soon as this race is done, the league will have those points up for everybody to find out who is moving on to the next round of the chase. While I'm going through this, I haven't had a good opportunity right now to say a big thanks to our sponsors. First and foremost, SimSpec PC Towers. Go check them out at www.simspec.com. One heck of a job done there by a darn good racer tonight. Ken Younts, another one, also John Barron, who had great nights. They do one heck of a job over there at SimSpec PC Towers. Putting together any kind of tower you're looking for with regard to the sim world, whether it's farming, flight, or racing, they can get you taken care of and do one heck of a job helping you out there. Also want to say a big shout out to Hancock's Quality Oil Can Hancock's Quality Goods. Go take a look at them at www.oilcanhancocks.com. Also, BA Graphics on board tonight for our Pole Award winner, and TN Designs also. Those two out there on board each night, week in, week out. Big shout out to Motor Sims Racing Association for being the series sponsor. And for me up in the booth, I'm Tom Vanas with No Breaks TV, Tom Jenks on the camera work broadcasting tonight in 1080p. Once this race laps up, the leaders get back around, we'll try and get a hold of them and get touch base with them and get some interviews in with the top 3 drivers who finished tonight. Now I got it figured out. Jason Burgess, third place finisher here at the Larson Remodeling 250 at Taladega. One heck of a run tonight, sir.
Yeah, it was great. Everybody at our motorsports did a really good job tonight working together.
Seemed to be that was a plan for the whole group tonight. Hang out in the back, avoid any of these big wrecks. Then come charging to the front in that last pit stop. It just looked like there was a couple of, well, the leader, the 59, and one of the lap cars couldn't get out of the way quick enough. You guys were closing the gap so fast.
Yeah, we had a plan, stuck with it. It was working real well, and like you said, catching the leaders there with a few laps to go, and I just came up on them a little too fast. It didn't quite work out the way we wanted to.
Yeah, tough break there, but one heck of a good finish. You guys had the plan, and it worked for all intents and purposes. We didn't have too many big ones, a few skirmishes here and there that gathered a couple cars tonight. What were you seeing out there on the track?
For the most part, everybody was holding their own. Like I said, we were riding around the back most of the time. Got a little hairy towards the front there, towards the end of the race, but it was fun and just a good run.
On that run, celebrate it with your boys tonight. Anybody you want to thank out there?
Just family and friends. Everybody else watching, thank you. Thank you to MR Motorsports and NMNTS Racing Series. Best league out there.
You got it. Thanks a lot, Jason. Congrats on the run tonight. Go celebrate with your buddies, and hopefully we'll pick up with you again next week.
All right, thanks, guys. You do a great job.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Jason Burgess, our third place finisher. Now we're going to try to catch up with Michael Redding in the O2. Michael Redding finishing second place tonight in the Larson Remodeling 250 here at Taladega. One heck of a run, sir. Looked like it came close to causing a little bit of problem there at the end, but what did you see out?
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know if David was trying to move out of our way and Eric was trying to follow him or what. I'm not going to throw either one under the bus. Wish we kind of could have communicated a little bit better, but it is what it is. We come out of here second.
Yeah, it was one heck of a run by MR Motorsports. Watch you guys running around the back all night long. Could tell that was a strategy. Paid off perfectly at that last pit stop. All of you guys pitting in sequence and then being able to run down the leaders. Yeah, with the 59 and the 818, from what I could see up here in the tower, it looked like they couldn't make up their mind which way to go. Well, 59 went high and the 818 went lower, kind of stayed there, and you guys just closed the gap so quick. There was nowhere for anybody to go.
Yeah, that little hesitant on Derek there was what set it off. I thought he was going to go low. I went to fill the gap, and he closed it up. And the only thing I could do next was to run into him. But we'll take second place. This whole team worked together great tonight. We just brought on Mark Broderick. We're kind of like the Alabama football team. We just keep adding more and more. And we're kind of the team to beat. We got a target on our back. We know it. Nobody likes us. We're going to keep dominating every bit as we can.
Well, perfect. Congrats on the second place finish out there, Michael. Anybody you want to thank tonight?
I want to thank every one of my teammates. Jason Burgess, Mark Broderick, Mike Bruno, Jared Beasley, Tyler Justice, Corey Walters, and Jason Alexander had a rough night, but we tried to keep him up there as much as we could, but we had to drop him off. But thank you guys for doing this. Thank Bradley for the graphic work. Yeah, graphics. Yeah, I'm a little lost for words. I'm just glad that I'm going to be in the Noble 5 come Daytona next year. That's cool.
Absolutely. That'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that next season. Pretty exciting change to the races. So, well, go out and celebrate it with MR Motorsports. Congratulations on the second place finish, Michael, and we look forward to talking to you soon.
All right, y'all have a good night.
That was our second place finisher, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Redding from MR Motorsports. Now, bringing our leader and winner of the night, the number 29, and Matthew Welsenbach. Matthew, congratulations on the win here at the Larson Remodeling 250 at Taladega.
Hey, thanks, Tom. That was kind of a surprise there at the end.
Yeah, that was something else. It looked like the 59, the 818 just couldn't figure out which way to go, and there was no way for you guys to go as you guys just closed the gap so doggone quick on them.
Yeah, I mean, I know coming there, I think Michael and I forget who was pushing him. I saw the lap cars coming in, David. I know he was a leader, but we were catching him with a hell of a lot of steam there. And so I started to move high just to protect my position there. Finishing. Okay, I'm going to finish third, top 5. I'm happy with that for the whole no bull thing here. And all of a sudden, they all got together, and somehow I got a little damage from it, but I emerged slightly ahead, I think, of David Levine there right when the caution came out. So, just got really lucky tonight.
Yeah, definitely. There was a couple cars that got tore up in that weren't able to finish where they probably wanted to, but you being the Hunt spoiler tonight, congratulations on the win. That's a huge win. It'll be interesting to see how the points fall out, to see how we end up moving on to the next round of the Hunt.
Yeah, I mean, that's what plate racing is. I mean, same thing happens in the chase, you know, in NASCAR. You know, you never know what's going to happen. It's kind of a, you know, shooting fish in a barrel here at Talladega, especially in these trucks. Real fast truck tonight. 29 truck was stout, you know, run that Green Ranger Power Rangers theme. So that was a pretty fun little paint scheme to run with some of my boys in here.
Yeah, it was fun watching you run tonight. You were definitely pretty dominant running on the high side, the low side. You could pretty much drive that truck anywhere you wanted to go and have success with it.
Yeah, I've had some really good luck this week at Talladega and Daytona and some, you know, other racing. I've got a couple wins this week, which in some different leagues, but really excited to get the win here at NMNTS Monday Night Thunder. You know, I do want to thank SimSpec PC Towers, Pit Stop Insider, BA Graphics, and my sponsor TN Design. I am not running one of their paints tonight because, again, me and Ryan and Aiden and Chase and Sawyer, we all decided to run you know, for some fun Power Ranger, you know, paint schemes, and you know, it worked out. I think I got first, and I think we had 2 other Ranger trucks make the top 6, so that's pretty awesome.
Definitely, congratulations, buddy. Enjoy it. Go celebrate with your buddies and your boys, and hopefully we'll catch up to you next week as well.
Yeah, I hope to keep having these nice little conversations with you. Also, thanks. I can't wait to go back and watch the broadcast tomorrow while I'm working, and really going to enjoy that.
Perfect. Appreciate it. Appreciate the shout outs. Have a great night and go enjoy that win.
Thank you very much, Tom. Have a good night yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our winner for tonight, Matthew Welsenbach, finishing first here at the Larson Remodeling 250 at Talladega Motor Speedway. For Tom Jenks up in the booth, we are No Brakes TV. I'm Tom Vanas, and my partner and co-heart will be back with us again next week, Dewar Lozelle. If you have an opportunity, go out and take a look at our Facebook page at nobrakes.tv. Give it a like. Also on our nobrakes.tv YouTube page, give it a like and a big subscribe, thumbs up. See, we got a few people still watching us tonight. Also want to give a big shout out and thanks to our sponsors for this evening. First and foremost, the NMNTS Monday Night Thunder Series. Congratulations out there for our winner. The Larson Remodeling 250 at Talladega Motor Speedway was a huge success. As anticipated, I'm sure it's going to have a big impact on the points and who moves on in the hunt. That being said, we'd love to thank our sponsors. First and foremost, SimSpec PC Towers. Ken Yellens and John Barron do one heck of a job over there, ladies and gentlemen. You got to go to their website at www.simspec.com. Check out what they have to offer in the line of PC towers with it comes related to sim racing, sim flight, or even farming. They can get you taken care of. They got a lot of awesome products over there. Huge up-and-coming company. They really know what they're doing. They know how to take care of their customers. A couple of the other sponsors, TN Designs and BA Graphics, for being on board tonight for the Poe Award. And also want to say a big shout out to Hancock Quality Goods. Go take a look at them at www.oilcanhancocks.com. Pick out a fragrance of your choice for a significant other coming up in this holiday season, and make sure you use the shopping code Thunder17. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap it up here from the Monday Night Thunder Series for the Larson Remodeling 250 at Talladega. I'm Tom Vanas for No Brakes TV, for Dewey Lozelle and Tom Jenks. We will see you next time. We are off tomorrow night. There will be no broadcast. We will pick it up next week on Sunday evening in the ARCA Series. Have a great evening, ladies and gentlemen, and have a fantastic week.